Yo, what is going on, guys? We're back with another Legends video, and in this one we're going to be doing something a little bit different, man. We're going to be comparing and contrasting Angel Vegeta and VADOS, right? You know, one of the two best, probably the two best support units in the game, in my opinion. These two people have changed the tide for their teams, both of them. When they came out, like, they just changed the absolute tide for their team. Not to mention, right around when VADOS came out is actually when Blue Goku had just got his Zenkai awakening, and then right around when Vegeta released is like a few weeks after. Literally, that's when Super Saiyan 3 Goku got his what is it, his Zenkai. I almost said EZA. He got his Zenkai, right, making this Vegeta even way more valuable, making him just like so crazy. And now any Saiyan team that you see, you don't see it without this guy if they have him, right? If they have this guy, even me, I just pulled this guy on the anniversary banners because thank God they put him there. Hold on, let me silence my phone. But thank God I pulled him because they ended up being generous and putting him on the anniversary banners. So I pulled him twice now. With 100 more Z power, I can get him to 4 stars, and that's all I'm going to focus on now. Because if you don't know, man, Sans is basically running the top meta right now. Anywhere you look in top PvP, it's just Saiyan teams with this guy, Purple Super Saiyan 3 and Green Super Saiyan 3. That's like the main lineup, right? Because of how crazy good and how synergized the team is, right? And then we look to VADOS, who Godkey is actually making a good comeback because all this complaining has been for a red unit. I mean, it's kind of scummy that they put it behind a Legends Limited unit, but when you're desperate for something and someone sees that, you know, they're going to take advantage, which in this case, Legends know that you guys need that red unit, so they're going to make you summon for that Zamasu if you really want that red unit. They're going to test to see how desperate and how bad you really want that red unit. I mean, Zamasu is good, right? It's not like he's garbage, and it's not like, yo, why would they make him garbage and they know we needed a red. It's only the fact that they made him a Legends Limited, which, again, they're just, hey, they're testing you to see how desperate you are, right? All this complaining, put it to the test and go balls deep for that Zamasu, man, because yeah, I finally got the red, and I think he more than makes up for it. They even so much as gave you guys that red unit by making his first ability literally God Key. They didn't do future, they didn't do powerful opponent, they made it God Key, because they was really telling y'all wanted a red, come get it. But that's besides the point. Ever since VADOS has came out, God Key has been looking really good. You don't see a God Key again without this unit right here because she's like crazy good. I mean, granted, there are some God Key teams that don't have her because, you know, Beerus is still a viable green unit, but this girl right here, she just literally carries the whole team, right? Like, she's literally, her back is hurting, bro. VADOS's back is hurting. Like, she does so much for the team. So I guess we should first look at their stats at 14 stars because both of these units are just normal banner units, right? And VADOS has been on like every all-star ever since she came out, so there's that. Let's see, 230, 225, 147k, 152. Now let's look at Vegeta's. 150. Okay, so I think, yeah, defensive stats, Vegeta definitely has the upper hand. So that's actually really good. But yeah, so stats looking pretty good. Now let's actually look at how many teams they can be ran on. VADOS, I'd say, is probably more valuable because only Vegeta can only be ran on Vegeta Family and Saiyan, right? Like, as a viable team. But VADOS, you have God Key, Rival Universe, you have Girls, I mean Universe 6, even though that's technically just what is it, Rival Universe now. So yeah, she has a couple more tags as the upper hand, right, as where she can be ran on. So I guess you could call her more versatile in this case, right? So let's scroll down and then let's compare their main abilities, or yeah, compare it. Why doesn't it okay, whatever. Main ability, Sardonic Angel, restores ally health by 15%, 30% to damage inflicted by allies for 60 timer counts, and cancels allies attribute downgrades and and abnormal conditions. 15 timer counts. Now Vegeta's Undying Defiance restores ally health by 25%, nullifies own unfavorable elements for 30 timer counts, inflicts all enemies with the attribute downgrade minus 50% to health restoration for 60 timer counts, and shortens ally sub count by 5. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I think Vegeta has way much of a better main ability, because if you're going against someone like Red Gohan and you know you don't want to get pummeled, you can just switch in, you could pop that main ability. And say if you just switched out of both of your units and they still have a couple seconds, he'll be able to take like a couple cards, and then you'll be able to switch right back into your unit with type advantage or just a different unit in general, right? So I think Vegeta has the main ability. Plus he just does a lot more. He heals more than VADOS, so I think Vegeta has the upper hand on that. Now let's look at their first unique ability. Vegeta's is Stalling for Hope reduces damage received from regeneration or tag powerful opponent by 20%, cannot be cancelled. Applies the following effects to allies when this character applies the following effects to yeah, I cannot read right now. Applies the following effects to allies when this character is switched to standby. Restores health by 10%, activates 3 times. Restores ki by 50, 30% to damage inflicted 15 timer counts. Nullifies character Goku's attribute downgrade for 10 timer counts. Shortens allies shortens allied tag Saiyan or Vegeta's family sub count by 1 every time he is hit. So that's actually really good. So this is just like his stalling ability, his tanky ability. So now let's see VADOS's. Unknown power level applies the following effects to self when this character enters the battlefield. Restores ki by 25, 45% to damage inflicted. Increases draw speed by 1, card draw speed, -5 to strike and blast cost for 15 timer counts, and randomly destroys 2 enemy cards. I actually think this is better because 1 of the draw speed, meaning you could stall longer. 2, the damage or the card cost reduction. If you don't know, this guy has actually day 1 card cost, right? 20 strike attack and then 30 blast attack, or the other way around. I'm actually not too sure, but it's ridiculous. He has no card cost reduction, right? So it's actually pretty dumb. I wish they at least did it in his green card, which cutting real quick to it. If you don't know, he basically destroys all his cards and draws 4 new ones, which again doesn't even restore ki. But yeah, I think VADOS' first unique ability is way better. Again, you can stall out with the draw speed, stall out even longer because of the card cost reduction, meaning you could get more cards out, and you randomly destroy 2 cards on cover, which you know how annoying that is every time you forget to drop against VADOS, or you think she's not back yet and she just comes in and destroys your card and you can't really do anything about it, right? So we all know how annoying VADOS is. Brick Council's second unique ability applies the following effects to allies when this character is switched to standby. Restores ki by 25, 35% to damage inflicted for 15 timer counts, and 5% damage inflicted up to 50 cannot be cancelled. And restores allied tag God Ki or rival universe health by 10%. Now let's look at Vegeta's. Reduces enemy ki by 50 when changing cover. Applies the following effects to self when this character enters the battlefield. Plus 60% to damage inflicted. Cannot be stacked. Reduces damage received by 30% for 15 timer counts. Increases damage inflicted according to the number of timer counts elapsed with current character up to 60 and up to 60%. 3 timer counts 40%. 6 timer counts 60%. Effects reset on Switch. I think VADOS has way more annoying abilities, and like, I don't know, I think she's more supportive because she gives out Vegeta gives out ki too, does he not? Yeah, he restores ally ki by 50 and he restores health by 10%, so I actually can't really say. And he gives basically a short immunity buff, right? Actually, is that immunity or is that like paralyzed? And wait, isn't that all the same thing though? Yeah, so technically he gives immunity for 10 timer counts to all Gokus. So I think, I don't know, cause I like the restoring ki. I mean, that's the same thing as Vegeta's first main ability though. So I mean, unique ability. I don't know. I don't know. We'll call it even. Now let's look at I think their cards will be the defining factor, and the Z ability. I think that's what's gonna define it all. What is that? Main ability. Okay, these are the cards. Okay. So normal strike, normal blast. Dynamic throw, deals major explode damage, inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade -1 to card draw speed for 15 timer counts. You are number 1, 20% to damage inflicted by allies for 20 timer. Oh yeah, he also does damage inflicted to allies. I forgot to mention that. Destroys all cards and randomly draws 4 new ones, which is so terrible because again, this guy has no card cost reduction. He literally has day 1 card cost, which is 20 to strike and then 30 blast. Again, it could be the other way around, not too sure about it. And then he also cancels attribute downgrades, own attribute downgrades, which is actually pretty good. So now let's look at VADOS. Strike, blast, normal. Purging Light deals major explode damage, seals enemy strike cards. The sealed strike cards cannot be used for 5 timer counts, cannot be nullified by most special moves, which is just like Vegeta Blues. Like, you can't beam clash with her move, right? So if you try beam clashing it, it'll just win. Staff of Clairvoyance, right? That's what that says. Fancy. Shortens ally sub count by 3, reduces enemy ki by 40, and inflicts. Yeah, this is like hands down better. Hands down, this is better. I mean, the support is good and all, but if he drew ki and if he had like normal card cost reduction, or if he restored ki, right, and then along with the 4 new cards, I think it'd be a little better than VADOS's. But this is just like, you can't combo with this. You just can't. You're gonna have to do this and then switch it to like Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and at least you'll have 100 ki, right? Because he also restores ki on switching 2. I don't know if it's exactly 100 ki, but that's a lot of ki. And then you'll be able to combo with Super Saiyan 3 Goku. So that's not bad in terms of that. Actually, will you even drop? I feel like if you pop a green card and then switch and then start a new combo, I feel like that drops. So I don't know. I would have to see that in play. Tournament of Power, nobody cares. Alright, let's just look at their 14-star ability, since that was what we were looking at their stats at. 32, the God Key and Rival Universe Strike. Oh, Blast, Attack, and Defense. And then Vegeta, 35 to attack Saiyan Vegeta family, or attack Saiyan or Vegeta family based strike and blast defense. So I think Vegeta's is better because you always want defense. I mean, and alright, we'll just compare it to the fact that Vegeta gives 35 and VADOS gives 32. So overall, I'd have to say VADOS is better, only because of the fact that she does more in terms of supporting, right? Like, she's more annoying. I will say that. We won't say that she does more in terms of supporting. We're gonna say that she's more annoying. She's more annoying. All right, and she has more teams that she can be ran on, meaning that, like, you know, if you're trying to main females or Rival Universe, you're not gonna do it without her because she's just way too good, right? So, and she does a lot, right? I'm not gonna say she does more than Vegeta, but I think her being more annoying, destroying cards on switching, restoring ki, having draw speed, meaning she can stall longer for her characters to come back. She reduces ki on green card. She shortens ally sub count. I think it's better. I mean, Vegeta, again, he kind of does the same thing as VADOS, just in different manners, right? Like, on switching, he is annoying too, but I rather lose ki than to get my cards destroyed, right? Because you can't really string out combos, right? At least with ki, you can switch into somebody who restores ki, but you still have your cards, right? So Vegeta, I think VADOS has a better cover change. I think VADOS is better, but not by tenfold. I'd consider them on the same tier. I'd just say, like, VADOS is like 1 away. Like, she's like a brick ahead of Vegeta, right? So it's really nothing crazy. I just think she has more teams, and 2, she's more annoying, right? So I think VADOS is better, but again, not by tenfold. Let me know what you guys think. Again, this is based off what I think. This is based off what we just went through. You guys obviously could let me know down below why you think Vegeta would be better, and I honestly would not disagree. I'd be like, yo, you have a point, because literally these two are the most, like, they're just the dumbest support units, bro, that ever came out so far. And it's crazy because they're just gonna step it up from this, right? So imagine there's gonna be a unit that does what they do combined, though, like that unit that destroys cards, gives people immunity, restores ki and all that, draws 4 new cards along with ki. I mean, I think listen, eventually he's gonna get a Zenkai, right? Whether you like it or not, he's gonna get a Zenkai, and I damn well think that he'll get his ki on that green card, and he'll get a card cost reduction anyway, because all Zenkais do that, right? You get card cost reduction anyway because it's soul boost panels. So yeah, I think that's the thing, but I think VADOS is better, just by a little bit. Again, let me know what you guys think down below, if you think any different. And again, I will not be like, yo, you're wrong, VADOS is way better, because they're just so close to each other. They're the most dominant support units in the game, and you can't argue that at all. And yeah, pretty much that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed this kind of different video, you know, just going over 2 characters. Let me know if you guys want to see more videos like this, and if you guys have any suggestions of who you want me to compare, right? Or, you know, not compare, really, like debate, or, you know what I'm trying to say, right? Like, if you want me to determine which character, like, has a better outlook, right? They could be like a character that basically does the same thing. I think this is the best example, or the best way to start it off, right? Because VADOS and Vegeta, they're literally neck and neck. But yeah, I'm gonna stop rambling. If you guys did enjoy, make sure again you guys hit that subscribe button. If you're new here, hit that like button on your way out, and I'll see you guys in the next one.